most of them, when you see, there's a couple difficult ones. Number one, easy, plus model. The definition I'm looking at says a model who is size 8 and above. Again, I'm not exactly sure what is size 8, but you can understand that what is a plus model or plus size model. They were also using that. Number two, diverse. I think maybe you are familiar with this word, showing a great deal of variety or very different. The example sentence, I was overwhelmed by the diverse options in such a small gift shop. There are many different kinds of things to choose from. She says a diverse array of women, so many different types of women, big, small, black, white, Asian, blah, blah, blah. Diverse. Number three, this is one of the more difficult ones, an array. This first definition I'm looking at says a large group of things or people, which is one of the definitions. Especially one that's attractive or causes admiration or has been positioned in a particular way. The important thing is to a large group of things or people. Now also, it can be used for numbers, like an array of numbers. So in there it would be like an ordered arrangement. An array of numbers, maybe a computer or something will use an array of numbers, like an ordered group of numbers. But the first one is probably the more important one to know. A large group of things or people. So she is saying a diverse array of women, a large group of women. In another example sentence, you can find a wide array of art materials in one particular store near the university. So it is a little bit similar. I don't want to say similar, but it can be used with the word diverse, like she does in the speech. She says a diverse array. So the array is talking about the large group, and diverse means there are many different things inside that group. I hope you understand. I hope I explained that well. Again, I think it skips number 4. Number 5, label. It is here she uses it as a noun. We don't find the label necessary. It is a classifying phrase or name applied to a person or thing, which can sometimes be inaccurate or restrictive. So a label can be an actual physical label on a product label. Also for a person or a thing, when you label it as something, you are classifying it as that. So that's why I said, especially sometimes labels can be viewed as restrictive. Also, it can be used as a verb to label someone. Maybe some musician dresses very hip-hop style, but he is angry because people label him as hip-hop style and thug or rough kind of guy. But actually, he is just a very talented musician, and he can also play the guitar and do everything. But because of the way someone looks or is viewed, you label them, classify them as X or as Y. So I guess, like I said, it can be sometimes restrictive. To labeling people would usually not be a good thing or something that you want to do. They say don't judge a book by its cover. Right? And number 6, I think this is the hardest one to explain, because the word steak actually has many definitions. She uses it in the last sentence. We want to be sexy and beautiful and make our stake in the industry like anyone else. To make our stake. It's a little bit hard to explain, but I think she's just talking about our piece. To make our stake. You could maybe look at it in terms of money. The word stake is sometimes used with money. If you're playing poker, the stake is your original amount, how much you are risking. It can also be the prize amount. What are the stakes in this contest? What are the stakes in this prize? The word stake if I had to say the original meaning is a piece of wood that you hammer into the ground. How do you kill Dracula? A stake through the heart, right? I think so. It has a lot of meanings. Also, a lot of times you hear witches were burned at the stake, right? They tie them to the large pole. This is called a stake, like a piece of wood. But it also has other meanings. Like I said, it can talk about money. It can also talk about your share or your financial involvement in something. I have a 20% stake in the business. It means your percentage, or just I have a stake in that business. It is important to me. Even it can be financial stake, or maybe you attach your reputation. This is the hardest one because actually this word just has many different meanings. In here, she is saying we want to make our stake in the industry. You can maybe, like I said, maybe she's talking about making money, but I view it as just making our name, getting our reputation, finding our peace in the industry. So that's how I view it. Like I said, there's too many.
Like our dignity, or
I wouldn't say dignity. To make our stake, to make our name. A lot of times you say to make our name in this industry, to gain a reputation, to make people know about you, to carve out your own piece in this industry. She is talking about plus size models, right? So she does not want 100% of the industry to just be skinny models. She wants the plus size models to have a piece of it, to make our piece, to get our piece. And last one is a little bit easier: glory. Praise and respect that you get from other people for doing something very brave and good. This word is used maybe for soldiers to get glory by doing well in the battlefield. It is used in religion. When I go to church, a lot of the songs use the word glory. Give glory to God, right? Give Him the praise and respect. If there is always I give sports examples. If there is a sports team, maybe only the number one player gets all the glory, and the other guys don't get the same type of attention. Any questions about those vocabulary words? Like I said, stake has many different meanings. The three most useful ones, I will say diverse, very common. Label, very commonly used as noun and verb. And glory. Diverse, label, and glory are all.
not stake.
Stake is common, but the other three are just more so. Plus model is very obviously limited term. Simple, that's easy to understand.